the way I describe this, the way we make the art is I kind of have the vision in my head, and then I describe it to the artist like in a paragraph on what I think it looks like, and then he's going to make the art. And then when he gives the art to us, now we look at it and we can ask him to tweak anything because he does it digitally and he's able to like change things around, and that's really awesome as well. So the first iterations were not what we ended up with. So the way I described it in my head, it's almost like what you got on the sketch here, kind of. But in my head, it had the dog head, like the actual dog that we had, the black mini schnauzer. So it's his head, and then we had the moth wings, the deer antlers, and some rabbit ears on top. And then the body was a cat, and I wanted it to be a white cat, just to be like, to match the rabbit more, and to be kind of like an Arctic cat thing. What's up, Mike 120? What's up? We're about to look at some sweet artwork. The grubfish is coming really not far from now. It's just really a few minutes away. So you can go ahead and join the grubfish. So the first iteration that he gave us was that guy. Which is an interesting direction, but we didn't feel that it was mythic enough. But you can see here he kind of made like a white cat body and the same face from the mini schnauzer dog, and he's got the antlers and some wings. And as far as the feedback, it's our mod puzzler is kind of just helping with a little feedback. My roommates, some of my closer friends are just kind of looking at some things I had, just things like that, just any feedback. So we decided we want to do a different kind of direction to it. Instead of doing the cat body, we wanted to have the deer body. And so it kind of ends up closer to that sketch that Wolf Lakey had. Yeah. Well, yeah, true. Well, the whole body was supposed to be. This is not the hybrid creature yet. This is the very first iteration. So the next one, we had him redo it, and we made it into a deer body that's in a deer setting. And then we got something like this. So that changed a bit, right? But no, we didn't think the rabbit ears looked like rabbit ears. They look more like elf ears. So we wanted them to come out from the top of the head, you know? And also the kind of moth wings needed some more work. So then we went to that version. And now it's a little more fleshed out. See, it went from that to that. So now we have actual rabbit ears in the top of the head. The wings are more fleshed out, right? It's kind of improving. That's what's up. I'm missing a little bit, chats. That's what's up. Thank you all for being here. Then after that, because we still wanted to tweak it more. So where do we go next? So it has the contrast of the white ears was a little too much. A little more shading to make the kind of the wings a little better, so you can kind of see this. That's not really a much change, but it is a change. Deer body, rabbit legs and ears. Yeah. So it has some of the cat, like the white, or the tail has the cat right here. But, so we kept on going. What's the next one? Oh. Basically just changed the antlers to look more like antlers, and then kind of the end of the wing here, instead of just ending right here at the butt, it kind of goes in. And then after that, boom, we wanted to change the wings. Right? Wolf Lakey was close. Huge rabbit teeth. Hey, that'd be interesting. Right? So we wanted to change the wings. The wings of the moth, they do kind of look similar to the actual moth base card, right? But we still didn't like it as much, and I gave him a new example of a different type of moth for wings. And then he gave us that one. So now we improved a little bit more. Now we have these wings. But now they're pointing straight up, and we wanted them to be back on the 45 degree. So we kept on going. Oh, and also the color of the face way better. You guys like that? Needs more cat. The color of the face where it's black, it just kind of contrasted a little too much with the rest. Even though I like the black face because it's a little bit more Frankenstein-y like this. So we told him to add a little brown into the dog to kind of make it a more uniform color. And then also to make the wings 45 degree. So then we ended up with that guy. That guy, look at him. Now he's starting to be more mythic, right? Now he's starting to be a little bit more mythic. So that looks really cool right there. And then, aside from that, I mean, the creature himself looks good, but we wanted a little bit more bling. A little bit more bling. We're like, can you add maybe some kind of glowing, maybe a light source behind it? Like a light source behind it. Maybe some shiny, like, sparkles. Yeah. So, and also, with that color change of the face, he also added more of the cat pattern into the body. So there is the cat pattern. If you look at the cat, it's in here. So the cat body and the deer body are kind of mixed together here. And that's true. With the dog's face, the deer's antlers, the rabbit ears, the moth wing. So I asked for like a light source or like sparkles or something like that, and to give a few examples of it. An eyegasm. I'm glad you like it. So with that, he gave us 4 more iterations that have like some brightness and a light source behind it, which really, really made it pop so much more. So, boom, there was the first one. Look at that kind of a brightness behind it, right? Doesn't that pop it so much better? Chewbacca. Clean and Frankenstein-y, that's what's up. Then we have like this version that's not quite as bright, but it does have it. Then I have this version that has like these circles all around it, kind of like what photography bokehs. I think they're called bokehs. And that kind of makes it look more magical. First time chat, what's up? Like a deer, cat, dog, bunny, moth caught in the headlight. Yep. And then we have this one with like these sparkles behind it. And that really was neat. That added a magical touch to it. And then we asked for one with a few less sparkles, and you have that. So we have like these different options, right? Oh, the Animorphs? I used to read the Animorphs. They were great books as a kid. Yeah, so they're like Firefly. They're like, yeah, exactly. And instead of choosing one of these, and that's it. That's all we got. But instead of choosing one of these that we thought was best, like this, like the glow one or the circles one or the sparkles one, I decided to mash them up into an animation. Oh. And we're gonna do a grub here in just a minute. I decided to mash it up into an animation that fades them all back and forth, which kind of creates a much more magical, mythic-like illusion, right? So with that, I'm going to show you now promo number 40. Promo 40, which is not released and it's not in drops yet. And we have this guy. So you see that and I'm going to look at the full card in a sec. But you see how the background kind of fades back and forth into each other, which makes it look really neat. Yeah. Yeah, thank you guys. I'm glad you like them. So that's the 40. It just kind of does zoom in and out like that, right? And then our badge on Saturday showcases him as well. And that looks like that. Boom! That is our badge number 3. Boom! The card comes out of it. Look at that. Shoom! Show off the shininess. And on the actual card itself, the animation is still happening on the face of the card. So I'm going to look at that here in a sec. But that's a neat thing. That's a neat thing. So it's like it's a 2D card, but since it's an animation, the whole thing is the actual face of the card. Look at it. you see the sparkles fading into the back inside the actual art of the card. Right? Thank you guys. Thank you so much. It took some work. Like you just saw, it took some iterations of the artwork over the past month, and then I made the card and the badge this week, all this week. So there is your front and back. So you can look at the front one there and check out how it's kind of fading there. See how the sparkles showed up and they disappear? So that actually happens on the rotated version too. It's actually on the front of the card, which is neat. The Guardian! And actually there is also, I mean, it's very faint and subtle, so that way you can still read the back. But there's also like fading going on here too. There you go. The Guardian is the first result of many blending experiments conducted by the infamous mad scientist, creator of hybrid creatures. Oh, sorry. My sound is weird. There it is. Based on cryptic journals left behind, the Black Sentinel Agency has concluded that the chemist, known as the mad scientist, had refined a mystery matter blend potion in his basement lab and persuaded the neighborhood kids to gather animals for their first live trial. The ensuing explosion left behind a mythic beast with trace of each animal, surrounded by a magical aura that had everyone in the room stunned. After gazing around, a bright shimmer enveloped the creature, and it disappeared. Dun dun dun. Notable facts about the Guardian. Able to teleport at will, the Guardian lives in woodland areas around the world. It is said that the creature is a protector of wildlife, hence Guardian, as hunters have described seeing it appear out of thin air right before they were going to make a kill. Its gaze brings about a strong physical impulse to immediately drop all weapons and walk away slowly. All right. There you go. So this is in our lore, the season 1. The Guardian drinks water out of a crick. Not a creek, a crick. We learned that in trivia yesterday. Creeks are called cricks. Damn those poachers. Yeah, the Guardian's here to protect all. And it does it with a simple gaze. So, Season 1's hybrid was the Terrorizer. And we learned on the back of it that it travels through portals. Portals are just kind of naturally in the caves around where it's at. In the next hybrid creature, Season 2, we learned that the Harvester is also deployed by portals. Through its handlers, it's actually a bioweapon. So the handlers of the Harvester deployed it from their UFOs through portals. And we also learned that the Harvester was a bioweapon created by the mad scientist and sold all over the universe. That's how those UFOs got them. So here, Season 3, it's supposed to be an origin story. Graphic novel will come in the future. And that's kind of the synopsis of that novel. And we find out that the Guardian is the very first one that the mad scientist created in his lab. And the way the lore works is this specific blend potion, the very first one, was so potent. It was so potent that during the blend it got embedded into the creature itself, the Guardian, and is able to teleport at will like portals, because of that mystery matter. So that mystery matter is involved with portals as well, the technology, and that's also in the lore for the Harvester. The purpose of the Harvester is to harvest populations of planets for their brain matter. We're good. That's how it goes. That's what they do. And then with that brain matter, they refine mystery matter to create portals and technology. But the mad scientist is the only being in the universe that was able to refine mystery matter into a blend potion. So there you go. That's how the lore works for this, plus a future graphic novel.